So hopefully this will go over well. I'm trying this again. I've done it in the past, but I want to re-show it because I just started back using it again. And it's this app from Plugin Boutique. Now, Plugin Boutique obviously sells plugins and various sorts, but they have their own stuff too. Like Scalar is their plugin, but they also have one called Radio. And Radio is like basically all these radio stations that they have in here. See, radio directory. And then you can like just pick the different whatever you want and try to find something and sample it. Now, the way it works is it works as a AUV3, or not AUV3, I'm sorry. It works as a AUV2, because that's what technically it is. And it only works in a DAW. So you can use it in Fruity Loops if you have it. You can use it in whatever DAW you have, Logic. It doesn't matter. It's just it's a plugin, right? So you have all these radio stations. You can save user presets, and that's how you load. You can save, you have a volume adjustment, of course, to play. And then there's effects too. So you can use any of these effects, make it sound like different types of speakers, right? That the sample's coming through. And then you can put the effects on if you want. And you can save selections. So what I mean by that is you can highlight a selection and then it'll save it over here, right? So I'm not going to save that area. Okay. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to play it, but I'm only going to play a little bit just in case so I don't get a copyright thing on there. So for you to be able to hear it, I'm going to have to plug in. Give me a second while I plug in the speaker that I have here that I keep forgetting I got, because I'm not used to having it. 1 second while I turn it on. I'm going to put it over in this corner so you can hear it. Okay, so it's playing right now, the radio. I'm going to plug, I think I have to turn that on. Yeah, it's on auto. Okay. All right, so here's the radio playing. You can't hear the sample. I'm going to switch stations so you can hear it. Let's try this one. Give it a second. I'm not going to select the area. Okay, I got to turn the volume up. Might be good. Let me try a different station to get you one that's actually working. Not that one. Let's just try something. Not getting any volume for some odd reason, but give me a second here to figure out why the volume is not coming through. Something I've done, I know. Let me make sure the settings. Oh, you know why? I know why. 1 second here. I had to switch this off to do a recording.
Décembre, pendant l'opération Jouet chez Leclerc. Tout ce qui compte pour vous existe à prix Leclerc. Modalité magasin et drive participants sur www.
Sorry about that being so loud. Okay. You can see how loud it gets, so I'm just going to turn it down really low. All right, so that's what I'm going to play. I'm not going to try to get no copyright for this. They tell you the name of what's playing down here so you can see it. Let's just go back to my presets that I had in here. I'm just going to pick a different station. Some stations will be offline depending on when you get on them, right? Remember, it's just, let's try a different station. Here we go. So you can kind of see how this works. So let's say you like that sound. You just put your cursor over it, highlight it. Hold on, let me do this. Highlight that section, and it hits save selection. Now I'm gonna pause it. So then when you go here, you have it, it allows you to just drag it to the audio. So in other words, if it's right here, this is number 5, and I wanna put this on here, I can either drag it down directly into a blank space, and it will create the audio, there it is. Or the other way to do it is like I did here, is add a MIDI track and then go back up to your radio, grab it, place it on this, and then drop it in. Boom. And now you have this classic where you can warp it if you want. Maybe like a Complex Pro on this one. Obviously, when you're in Classic, if you know Ableton, when you're in Classic, it's just playing that. Slice mode will slice it across. Right, and you can adjust the slices, whether you're gonna play back mono. One shot is more like for your drums. So let's say you're gonna use this one. You could just and I have it set to 6 voices, so I could use that. You can do your start, your adjust, your loop points, and all that jazz. So let's say I'm just gonna use that section of it. There you go. You can also fade. So, and you have your ADSR down here, of course. If you want to fade it. All that. So if you know Ableton, I'm not going to sit here and playing Ableton, that you can look it up. But you see the point. You can pick something off of the radio. It could be just a sound that you like and you want to make it an instrument. And now all of a sudden, I'm just going to pull this back. So you have a full instrument. So that's basically what I did. And you can see here, I chopped it up. I used the Kalen Ellis KFX 2.1. That's the latest version he has out that you can purchase at his Gumroad stuff. And then I usually put a little, sometimes I'll put like a little reverb on it. I use his the sample delay. All these are Ableton stuff. Is built into Ableton Suite. All the effects you have. I usually do that. Sometimes I'll use Bit Crusher, but not often. So if you see it sitting at that, it means it's at 16, probably 16 bit. If I reduce it back, you can see how that'll go. But anyway, sample delay. So yeah, so that's what I used. So I just wanted to show you how the radio thing works. And you can sit there and just, I mean, it's like skim through whatever comes through it. But it's a really, really cool plugin. And I'll be honest, I think it's about $10. I got mine for like $5 because I had, if you buy from Plugin Boutique, they'll give you like little points or little credits or whatever that you can use towards your next purchase type thing. And so I got mine for like $5. But anyway, you see what I'm saying. So that's what I did here. And I used my favorite plugin for percussion is the UVI's Percussion Factory. Love that plugin. And what's cool is even the presets, when they're really nice, you can, if you don't like some of the sounds, you can mute whatever sounds you don't want, right? I've shown this in videos. And then I went in and changed up the way this plays, and you got so many options. So you guys have seen that before. Trillion on the bass. And then I used Kalen Ellis Essential Keys for the keyboard portion of it. Which I like. It's kind of cool. And he had a sale recently, but it's not too expensive to get this stuff. This stuff is, he's using everything that's built in here, and then he's let's see, and making a keyboard that sounds really cool. And then he put an instrument thing right there, so that's a sample of some sort that he made. But anyway, so you see, you get the point. So here's the song. It's called Autumn Echoes I made. Let me turn it down a little bit volume-wise, because it is loud. Hold on a second. Let's turn this down here a little bit. And I forgot to do, usually like on bass, I might turn my bass down a little bit. I forgot to do all this stuff. And one of the things I like to do on that too is put a little glue compressor with a punch. And then I'll put a Kalen. I forgot I have it under my, so I might do that. And then put a little side chain on it. You don't really have to do this technically, but I'll do it for the kick. And I'm gonna come down on this bass, because there's bass bass in the sample too, because I didn't take the bass out of the sample. Well, I kind of did. I'll show you what I did with that. I sort of took it out by using the low filter. The high filter, this is the way it's supposed to be. The high filter's all the way up. This is usually all the way down. So I took the low filter in this case and turned it up just a little bit on this particular section of the sample that I used because it was a little more bassier. And then on this one, I turned the high filter back a little bit just because it was a little too high. To try to match it up in sound in my head that it sounds close. So when the samples go from I always put sample delay a little bit on there and some saturation. So I'm trying to get it to match as close as I can. But anyway, the point of this was the radio, using the radio. And I think the radio thing is pretty cool. I don't use the speaker effects on there. I think it's kind of, I don't know. It's okay if you want that, but I just don't. I'd rather put my effects on afterwards. I don't want to take the sample with that on. And I'm not sure if it holds the sample like that or if you have to resample it. Either way, if you have to resample, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so here it is. So I'm drifting more into starting to learn to use as much as I can in Ableton. One day I want to, hopefully we'll be able to get the push 3. That's my goal. If I can get the push 3, I really want to be able to just have everything in Ableton that I use, or as much as I can in Ableton, so that I could go and just build straight from the push in standalone. That's my goal. So I really want the standalone version. I almost was at the point of getting it, but it's just a little too much right now. I don't want to put myself under that burden. I don't need it to make music, but it would be nice, a nice piece to have. I enjoy playing the keys too, but I wouldn't mind being able to have that. But anywho, that's a whole nother world. All right, so you get the point. That's a simple song. I didn't really do much. I was just kind of like, I just want to do something. So sat down and worked on that. Didn't really I put some chords, but I ended up putting them here. And then I put a little melody with it. I played that just on the keys. I didn't even use a scaler like I might normally do. And then the Instachord portion, I actually used that just to create a couple melodies. And then I put the melodies together in the same key, and they sound good. I think, or at least I think they sound pretty good. And so there you have it. I just wanted to show you that. It's in the key of C major and Autumn Echoes. Pretty cool little song. And that's it for this video. I just wanted to, inspiration is everything, right? So you got to find ways to get inspired. So sometimes it's sampling, sometimes it's building from scratch, which I enjoy doing probably more. And then sometimes it's just starting out with some percussion or some drums or something and get it moving. And that's all I got for you today. Hopefully you'll have some more videos soon as things come out. I do want to show you this one plugin that I'm looking at, but it's so detailed. It's not even out. I think it comes out, well, there's 2 plugins. One comes out in February. One's out now to buy. I want to show you those plugins, but I don't have them. There's one I can get for a demo. The other one is not out till I think February of next year, so I'm not even worried about it, but it's pretty cool. Once they put some more videos or something out where I can probably look at it. All right. Till the next time. I'm out.